My name is Michelle Greenwald. I'm the CEO of Inventours. I'm also director of the Cornell Tech digital marketing program, and I write for Forbes about innovation. Inventours is an innovation hub. There are many different components to it. I wrote for Forbes about innovation, and it's all different types of innovation: technology, architecture, product design, marketing, innovation. And then I also wrote a book on innovation called Catalyzing Innovation, which helps companies innovate in more different ways. Companies very often get stuck in the way they innovate, and they do the same things over and over again. And based on the inspiration I had from Ferran Adria, I came up with 63 different ways that companies can innovate. They can innovate in business model, process, materials, color, shape, many different ways. So I provide a systematic way that they can think more broadly about how they can innovate. And I do workshops for companies, do consulting. With Inventours, we bring executives from around the world to meet with very creative people in different industries to cross-pollinate ideas. I've brought several groups to Barcelona Tech City because I think it's such an inspiring place. And then I'm also a professor. I teach at a number of global business schools, but I'm in charge of the digital marketing intensive at Cornell Tech. And I also teach at NYU and IESE Business School, so I teach a lot of different marketing courses. Well, number one, I think that cross-functional teams are really important, that engineering and R&D and sales and marketing should all be involved in new product ideas from the beginning, because in that way you can avoid big problems later on. Everybody really can contribute. So that's one area. Another one is providing lots of stimuli so you can bring ideas from one sector to another. I think that that's very important. And if people just stay in their country and their industry and never get out and look around them, they're going to be much more limited in their ideas. Another learning is fail early, fail fast, and more companies are setting up lots of little experiments along the way, testing their ideas, learning from small failures, so that when the big idea gets to market, you don't have a huge failure. So those are the lessons. One other lesson is that I think a lot of startups are so focused on getting VC capital and perfecting the idea that they don't figure out how to communicate it to consumers and how to maximize trial and awareness. And that's something that I think is a learning, that how you describe your idea and communicate it and sell it can make all the difference in the world, making a good idea really fly. I think there's a challenge for startups, as I mentioned before, that they need to be coached, they need to be guided to be thinking about all aspects of business planning. They, again, need to figure on legal issues, distribution issues, marketing issues, communication issues, and it's important that they get support to think about the full business plan and not just the product development and not just raising money. So to me, that's a big challenge for startups. Regarding innovation going forward, it's so difficult to be unique and different. So many apps are being developed right now. There are 2 million apps in the Apple App Store. The average consumer uses 10 apps on a regular basis. And a lot of startups have a business plan where they're going to have an exit strategy and they're going to be bought out at exit. But are they really creating a viable business that can change with the times? A big problem, it's good and bad, is that technology is moving so quickly that it's easy to become obsolete. And how do businesses scale fast, stay ahead of the curve, constantly innovate? You just can't stand still anymore. So, it's an exciting world, but it's a very difficult world.